So, what did we just watch?
We watched Star Trek The Next Generation, Episode 5, The Last Outpost.
What was your first impressions?
A bit slower, but it showed...
Well, we'll start with how it began.
Okay.
It began with they talking about the Ferengi.
Yeah.
And this is a race that no one's really come across before. So it's our first encounter with these creatures and the technology. And right away, there's Picard is put in a place where he's put in a place of powerlessness. You know, they get there and they seemingly encounter a more powerful ship and a more powerful race. They don't know what they want, and then it ends in that sort of dramatic cliffhanger.
And we get to see everybody's opinions on what to do. Everybody's sort of...
It sort of like opens with a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like you say, with everyone's opinions, everyone on the bridge has a role in this episode. They all have meaning.
Yeah. And their opinions reflect like who they are. Like Tasha and Worf are all about like aggression and well, yeah, because she's like the safety officer.
Yeah, she's all about security. So she said, yeah, they're going to prepare for attack or
all about offense.
Aye, offense, and Data is Mr. Information.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like Google.
Yeah,
that's what I'm figuring out.
Yeah,
ask him a question, he'll give you an answer, or like a Siri. Like, I wonder if you can get a Siri and just call it Data to say, okay, Data, what is this?
Can you change her name?
I'm not sure. No, because they've probably like copyrighted the name, so it is what it is.
And they would have to know to like activate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But yeah, everyone on the bridge has a purpose. What did you think of the Ferengi? Because obviously you know who they are or who they're revealed to be, and I don't.
So in the later episodes, like I don't. Apparently, I read that they were supposed to be like the antagonists of the series, but then it became where they're more of like a comedic. Like they're not really villainous. They're more like they're not evil. They're just about like what they said. They're about like profits and trading, and they will backstab. But they're not like out to like kill people, and they're not like the Borg.
Right. So they're not technically superior.
No, I think they're on the same page.
Right. They just basically steal stuff and.
Yeah, and like they're all about bargains and deals and trading and.
Treachery.
Yeah, they'll backstab though.
I thought this one, The Last Outpost, is my favourite episode so far.
Why?
It's just Star Trek. It's you give them a problem, there's a problem right away, and they're tested, and it's like a chess match. There's a nice stalemate between. Well, it turns out in the episode that it's not the Ferengi who are the villains. They're both of them are stuck in this situation. So it's kind of it's that diplomatic idea where they've got different values from you, but they're both in the same situation and they have to figure it out and work together with some diplomacy. And
there's no real bad guy, which is a lot I think common in Star Trek, where you just sort of you're put in like your problems or you have to work with it, work around them, not exactly just attack or.
That's what it was. It was like they're all considering their moves and what's the best option, and I just thought that was really cool, and that's the Star Trek that I want to see.
Yeah,
it's a nice test for Picard. You put him in a corner and remove all his options and watch this man and his ego have to resort to possibly surrender and or even losing his vessel to some strange force. So yeah, it was. You see Picard in this episode like fight with his ego in a way. He's you just see in his eyes I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Like he doesn't want to surrender, obviously.
Mm.
But he has very little options because they don't really know what's going on, and you don't want to be provocative and start firing because that's not really Star Trek either, or Starfleet rather.
And Picard asks each of his crew what their ideas are, and he considers them all. I like that.
Yeah,
it's not like
that's classic Star Trek.
He's got the final say.
Yeah.
But he does get opinions from everybody.
He likes options.
And I guess I liked there was a nice little analogy with the Chinese finger puzzle, where they get into the room, and Data gets his fingers trapped, and it's a nice sort of a nice. It echoes what's going on in the episode. They're both of them stuck together. Both their fingers are stuck.
And you have to work you have to push together to make
to get
loose.
To release. Yeah. So I think that's what they're. And when Riker offers, or he says to Picard at the end to send the finger puzzles to the Ferengi, it's almost like, we need to teach them a lesson about working together. That was cool.
Well,
good a lot of Art of War little nods.
Yeah, there's a lot of old Earth history throwbacks, to tie in.
I thought the Ferengi at first were, because the guy comes on the video screen and he's angry, and I thought myself, well, all right, okay, these people are going to be like Worf, warrior types, and then when they go onto the planet, they're just chimp-like, simian-like, with their hands and their movements all bouncing around, and they were just kind of annoying. They were annoying to me. They were just kind of jumping up and down in the background, and when Riker is having his conversation with the Guardian, of the ancient
portal guy,
Tkon Empire, he was these guys were just jumping up and down in the background, and like a kid trying to get attention.
Yeah, they're more wild, kind of. But right. I think that changes in the later seasons.
Right, you think it was just this is the first time we've seen this new race, the species, so it's not really fleshed out yet.
No, right? Because I think originally they were supposed to be the antagonists of this particular Star Trek,
Oh, okay, for the whole whole season, whole series.
The whole but I think they introduced the Borg to be the main scary, because they didn't come across as threatening, so they had to change. And they even changed later, Ferengi. They become less animalistic and a little bit more cerebral.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I thought the episode was the strongest one so far, and there was some weak parts, laugh out loud moments with the video. Firstly, I thought the video conference call with the Ferengi leader was just awkward. It was awkward, and I'll say, like you said, that it was because they're not used to, the Ferengi are not used to video calls or whatever.
Yeah. So they don't know where to put their screen, their camera.
Maybe his face is right up in front of the screen. He doesn't know any better. That might be it.
That's funny.
And there was that awkward moment with Riker on the planet, and he's walking around at first.
Yeah.
And he's looking for people, and he yells, "Anybody!"
Oh my gosh, that was great.
That was good.
Even the planet itself is classic cheesy Star Trek background.
That.
Yeah.
I like that. That was neat. And but it did get into when they meet the Guardian. Is that what they call him, the Guardian, or?
I don't know. Some sort of portal Guardian. Yeah.
Was he the voice of the Empire? This ancient empire is long gone in Riker's time, and this is just
I'm not sure.
A ghost of it, or a protector of it, or.
I'm not sure. I didn't quite understand who he was or where he came from. He the first thing he asked them was do you wish to enter the, what is it, the
not sure.
The Empire, he said.
Right. Okay.
So he was he was a guardian of a portal. I don't know if he made the Empire, and then.
And do you think that the Tkon Empire are they just energy suckers?
Not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it was really quite explained. Like, I don't know what he's doing afterwards, or
I guess it doesn't really need to be explained. You give the Enterprise a problem, and then I think the whole idea is just that thing about chess and being stuck together.
you have to figure it out.
Two very different races coming together and then solving the problem without violence.
Yeah, because the Starfleet code of ethics. What is it called?
Is that the one from Code of Honor last episode? Where they don't interfere with other races.
What's it called?
Fuck. It's everybody's anybody who's listening to this will be like screaming.
Yeah. It's escaped me.
The Prime Directive.
There it is.
Aha.
Good job.
Yes, the Prime Directive.
That's they have to abide by it, which means...
Whose episode was this? Did this episode belong to anybody? Did anyone own it?
No, I think it was a collaborative effort.
It was collaborative until the end, where Riker's the one. Like he basically saves the entire. He saves the day, right? With his knowledge and his patience and
developing a relationship with the Guardian guy.
That scene with Riker and the Guardian and the Ferengi jumping around like chimps was reminded. It was like I was getting Monty Python vibes from a Holy Grail.
Okay.
Where the knights go up to the gatekeeper, the bridge keeper.
Yeah.
He's like, he who take the bridge of death must, he who's crossed the bridge of death must answer these questions 3.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting vibes like that. And the Ferengi are the little guys who are like, yeah, that's easy, and they cross the bridge or they get blasted away. Sorry, I'm just not getting my thoughts together properly. But I thought a few dodgy bits, but overall really strong episode and my favourite so far. Yes,
it's getting better and better for you.
Aye, the show is definitely. I know they say that season 1 is Star Trek Next Gen working itself out.
A bit rough, yeah.
Figuring itself out, but I thought that was a strong episode, and it's my favourite so far.
Yeah.
What did you think of Beverly and Picard at the end?
That was really disturbing.
So
it was so like...
If anybody never watched it, what happened was basically Beverly looks at him and says, calls him Jean.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be Jean-Luc.
She says, not a moment too soon, John.
It's so jarringly obvious. Like,
is she not allowed to say that?
No one refers to... He's not known as Jean. He's known as, like, Jean-Luc.
Okay.
So her leaving out the Luke is, like, clearly them not knowing who the characters are yet. And, like, fleshing... They're still, like, experimenting. Was
it supposed to be, like... I read it as it was supposed to be a touching moment between two people who were near death and about to die. That's how I read it.
Yeah.
But if she was going to die, wouldn't she have her son with her at the time? They mentioned her son, but he's never really...
Maybe she actually did sedate him.
Maybe he's gone.
Passed out in the bed.
That would have been a good scene. I also liked this show seems to it has continuity where Riker walks into a conference room and there's kids running around.
Yeah.
And he shushes them out, shoos them out, and you're supposed to believe, I guess, that the kids left the Chinese puzzles in there, and that's where the whole idea came from.
Yeah.
And then later on, they talk about the family quarters and stuff. It reminds you that there's a bigger world in this ship, and I really loved the moment where we're in Picard's private quarters, and he's talking to Riker, and he calls him Will. He just calls him Will in that moment, and it added something to Picard outside the bridge. He's in his private quarters. He's a different man, and
a little bit softer,
a wee bit more human. And so I thought that was a good moment, and that was a strong episode, the last Outpost, and I would give that episode a solid 8 out of 10 for me, because I think the other ones, Naked Now, you know, the Code of Honor 4s, 5s, and 6s, but this one is a class above. It's got some flaws and all that, but it's way above those. And I would give it an 8.
Excellent. I give it a 7.
7. I think if you watch that episode again, it would be better and better the more you watch it. But yeah, 7. And
Yeah.
I give it an 8.
I'm excited for you to look how far it progresses. Like, it gets better and better.
Mm.
So I'm excited for you to watch that.
I think at the end of this episode, Riker should get a raise. He basically saved all their asses. And gets very little reward. He gets a little nod. I mean, hey, Picard tells him, "Well done, you know. I commend you on your behavior." Like, and
well done.
no, he should get some chocolates or box of wine. Give him a box of wine.
Box of Romulan wine.
What about?
I wonder if they get paid.
Yeah,
because money doesn't really. I don't know if there's money in.
Well, I remember in the Code of Honor episode, Beverly was talking about. No, sorry, it was Tasha, and she was talking about how this is her career. This is her career in Starfleet.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's Starfleet, right?
Yeah.
Right. This is her life career in Starfleet. Career officer, I guess, or something like that. But basically, maybe you join to be the better humanity, I guess, or something, or because since money doesn't mean anything, you're doing it for
because
other reasons.
You want to. Yeah.
And everybody on that bridge wants to be there.
Yeah.
It's not like you're being put in chains and thrown on a bridge, or like the old
It's not like
days.
You have to work. You work because you want to.
Yeah. What's the word when they? Oh yeah. What's the word when they would force people to work in ships? Press ganged. Right. Oh. No one's been press ganged into service. They're all there.
Yeah. They're there because they want to.
Yeah. And so far,
because everything can be replicated. Like, I don't know if there is. I know there's like a gold standard. I forget what it's called. But I don't know if they actually have like a salary or.
Yeah.
Money doesn't mean.
Maybe they just get like stars in their worksheet. Like a wee gold star. Yeah.
Little stickers.
Yeah. And occasionally a bronze if you need to work on yourself.
Self-evaluations are strange on Star Trek.
Sir, you have given me a bronze. Explain. Worf, sit down. I will explain.
I love how annoyed he gets with Worf.
Worf in this whole episode is just ready to fight.
Yeah, classic.
And Riker's telling him, no, it's an order, you stay back. He just wants to scrap. I'm looking forward to a Worf-centric episode. I want to see Worf in action. I want to see that. So I'm looking forward to the next one. And this was quality. Good stuff.
Good. So, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. So what did we just watch?
Star Trek: The Next Generation, Episode 5.
And we will watch even more next time.
Bye-bye.